Hey guys, this is the Imaginary here today to bring you my review of this week's Bleach Manga chapter 587. So without further ado, let's get on to this review. So the first thing I like about this chapter overall was definitely how all Hime and Chad were very calm after witnessing Ryu being on the enemy's side. And we know Ichigo's like mentally like hurt right now after seeing this. And I think in my opinion it was kind of a disappointment Ichigo's part. I mean, he should understand Uryu as well as anyone else in particular. And I think like Chad and Oihime might have surpassed him in the mental department, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I really enjoy that, like how they, um, they didn't understood the full situation completely, but they kept their cool and just say, and Chad just told Ichigo, like, come on, man, what are you doing? Like, why are you being all mind crazy right now over this little incident? We had a there's a reason maybe he was doing this. And then Ichigo was like, all right, so he was able to change, like able to recover Ichigo and get him back on his feet when it came to that. So I really like how Ohime and Chad was so optimistic in that part of the chapter and basically the situation I had. So that's one of the things I like. The second thing I like about this chapter was Baspi. I mean, this guy right here, Baspi, he did his burner finger four after Renji assaulted him and called him a rooster, which was it was pretty funny him calling him a rooster. I mean, yeah, because of his mohawk. And you know how the rooster has like kind of like almost like a mohawk kind of like thing on their head too as well. Like he was referencing a rooster to his mohawk, and Baspi's burning finger four was like insane. It was like massive. It was like bigger than the majority of the buildings. The point where I'll say the point where it's visible to naked eye. Like you pretty much can't miss it. I say you many times. Like you can't miss it. I mean, it's that big. It's like so immense. So I thought that was really cool how Baspi's not getting serious, and that his burning finger that was only number four. I mean, imagine if he used all 10, because each finger he uses amplifies his fire abilities. That's pretty obvious. And so yeah, I really enjoyed that how Baspi just went in there and showing how terrifying an opponent he can be when it comes to him as a Stormbreaker overall. And the last thing I pretty much like now is that Juha, Bash, Uryu, and Hashira successfully entered, or I say infiltrated, the Soul King Palace. And they're about to do, I guess they're about to, well, basically Juha, Bash, and Hashira, I don't know about Uryu, but those two are going to pretty much try to maybe kill the Soul King, I'm assuming. But yeah, I'll talk more about that in later on in this video. All right, now the things I dislike. All right, number one that I dislike is that Ichigo, like yeah, like I said earlier, Ichigo he just got so easily overwhelmed by Rudy. Instead of like being calm and collective as like oh you made Chad, like he just did understood why Udi was with Drawbash, and he let it get that incident right there. He let that incident get to him, to his head, and Chad had to fix him up basically and put him back, get him back in the right, pretty much pick him up. And so yeah, like I think each of these like improve and try to see throughout the situation and analyzing it. That's not his thing, but I mean it is what it is. But yeah, I still one thing I dislike. The second thing I really dislike was, well, not I don't want to say really dislike. I just simply dislike is that I mean, even though Basby did show incredible feat when he did the Burning Finger 4 in his ball standing form, but I wish that it would have just been more focused on like all he made and Chad's new abilities, like how much they learned throughout their training. Because that's what I want to know. Because they've been in Wekabuta for obviously for a reason, right? So I mean, and it was like a little bit. I think yeah, most of their strength was shown a little bit, not too much. I think the Senten Kenshin gotten bigger. I think Chad got stronger by just picking up Ichigo and throwing him. Well, maybe. Well, I don't know about that, but I think he got stronger at a certain degree. And yeah, I just felt like that should have been their moment to showcase a little bit of their training, the results of their training, and try to fend against the 8 Quincy's. I mean, that's what I wanted to see, but apparently that it's not going to basically happen because Kisuke, it has he pretty much we already know Kisuke. He's very intelligent. He's like one of the most intelligent characters in the series, and he found a method or some sort of transportation for them to get to the Soul Palace. You know, like Ichigo, Ohime, and Chad. So yeah, that's pretty much another thing that I dislike. And overall, yeah, I think that was it on my dislikes. So now we're gonna go to the after speculations, like afterthoughts. Well, not afterthoughts. I'll say speculations. There we go. Simply put, speculations. I think what's gonna happen in the next chapter is that we might see the Spirit King because basically Juha Bash is there apparently, and I think he's on a mission and in order to overthrow the king, or slash sorry, the Spirit King, and we might also see. Hopefully, we get to see more of Ichigo and Chad. Well, probably not. No, actually, even though how much I really want to see them show off their new abilities or new capabilities that they've learned throughout the training, I still believe that's not going to happen, and we might just see them maybe just going with Kisuke, and they may not get involved in the battle against the Storm Raiders, as opposed to Renji Rukia, which they are basically right now, obviously, because Basby, he's like, screw you, Renji, and then he did Four Burn Finger. So, yeah, so that's what I believe, that's what I think is going to happen. And also, let's see, yeah, we might get Grimjo. Grimjo might make an appearance in the next chapter, because again, in the past, there were some little pan scenes that pretty much indicated that Grimjo was like present, but we don't really know because he hasn't made his full appearance yet as a character. So I think he will make his full appearance, his very first official appearance since the Aizen War or the Ironclar arc, in hopefully next week's chapter. So that's pretty much my thoughts, guys. And also, yeah, before that too, I think Yoriichi might come to. Like, I don't know where she at. Like, I was thinking about making a video and discussing where Yoriichi may possibly be, like her current whereabouts, because we have not seen her since after the Aizen War. So I'm just curious. So without further ado, I thought the chapter overall was a good chapter because I think what made the chapter good was that Batsby showing off his Burn Finger 4 and pretty much now the danger of the Spirit King and probably also siding in Wakamundo in the human world is now in danger, obviously. Because the Spirit King is the being that is said to hold everything together. So if Joabash kills the Spirit King, then everything will cease to exist. So yeah, there's a danger I think has gone up immensely high, and yeah, we'll see what happens next week. So without further ado, guys, this is the Imaginator. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Comment down below what your speculations are, what you thought about this chapter, what you think is going to happen in the next week's Bleach Manga chapter. And also, like I said before, subscribe to my channel for more manga chapter reviews, anime discussions, live reaction videos, and many more. And as always, have a great day, everyone. Peace.